Alright, so greetings again, everyone. Sorry for the bad hair day. I had quite a rough morning. Yesterday I was on Baijiu with some old friends I had not seen for years, as I have said already a few times in other videos. So yeah, now we are at his tea shop, and we are in the city where I used to work long ago. Well, you can clearly see that this is not Beijing. We're not in the first tier city here. We're in a third tier city here. So yes, these places are different than the big cities in many ways. They don't have the amenities, they don't have the westernness of it. But again, westernness is a very inaccurate term, because like, oh, what's western? Well, you can get bread, kind of, and you can go to McDonald's if you want, which is not something you can do in cities like this. Well, although this city has a McDonald's somewhere. So yeah, just thought I would show you a bit the place. I'm waiting for my friend. He has not arrived yet. We are right in front of his tea shop. So we're gonna see what it looks like. I'm pretty excited about it. It's not his first tea shop. He had a few. In fact, his name is Long. I call him Longue, which means brother Long. But most people will call him Dashi, which means grandmaster, because he has been. Sorry about that. I'm using my hand to hold the camera. So yeah, he's been doing this for a really long time. Hey, and his job. This man here, him. Longue, ni hao. So his job, all right, yeah. So I'll catch you later, yes. So this is what we call tuo cha. Tuo cha is a kind of pu'er tea. Pu'er tea is basically tea that has been aged for a really long time. Maybe some of you have heard that some tea has to be clean. Yeah, this is hei cha, black tea. So pu'er tea is tea that is usually aged for a really long time. And so the leaves are kind of very dry, and it's much easier to store like this. Obviously, you can see this is easy to store. And these are bags of tuo cha. Tuo cha is kind of like I personally see it as the lower end of pu'er tea, but it's not necessarily. It's a lot of tea for thinning up. Yeah, tea for losing weight are based on tuo cha. Tuo cha would be the main ingredient, and the reason for that is because tuo cha is actually really good to speed up the metabolism. So that's why a lot of those healthy diet kind of tea will have tuo cha in it, as one of their main ingredients. So, all right, so the master is gone, and I am now left alone in the tea shop to peruse my own liking and play around. He went for breakfast. He did not have breakfast this morning. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. So while he's having breakfast, I will be making tea by myself. My camera is not good enough. Actually, my camera is pretty rubbish, but let me see. Wait. Okay, so try again. So this is actually a very interesting teacup. I've seen, maybe without exaggerating, thousands of teacups in my life, and it's very porous, very interesting. And this is the first time I see something like that. You cannot see well, but this is very sparkly, and it actually looked like glass. Now, not because of the light reflecting on it, but really because, yeah, maybe you can see here. See, it's very sparkly, like crystal a bit. I'm gonna have to ask him what this is made with, because this is not made with clay. Actually, it's very interesting. I've never seen something like that. Now you can see that these are hand painted relatively easily, actually. One trick for that is that you can see that each bat has a different pattern on it. There's not two bats that are exactly the same.中间也是釉嘛？
中间也是釉，全部都是釉。它这叫半釉杯。我们这种都叫半釉，它有个全釉的话要包到下面来。
这是拿那个下面的出。
是要到这里。
对，就是那这
有一点陶土，能够底下看着陶土的叫半釉杯，就一半。
半釉杯是吧？
对，这也是半釉杯。它的釉就到这里，然后这也叫半釉杯。如果它的釉全部到了底部的话，就是全釉杯了，就全釉。像你那个是谁？
应该也是半釉杯了。
你大概 喝了就
对
知道。
对对对对。那必须把油杯。
一般对。哎对，翻油到这里。
OK。
好，看加水。然后慢一点，慢一点，慢一点，慢一点，慢一点。啊，这个还没翻平啊，还要翻平。等一下，看看不是很平整。
哦，
再可以加水。凸出来了，凸出来了。
啊，是的。
平着这么看，凸出来了。
对，那 if you observe here，
是吧？凸出来了，让它凸出来。
The water is literally out of the cup. Oh, this is out of this world, isn't it? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are now being spoiled to something quite unique. So 你说这个是玛瑙跟那个碧玺是吧？
啊，
那个玛瑙跟碧玺磨是吧？
磨成粉，打磨成粉，
然后
入釉，
溶放釉里面是吧？
然后把它这个烧制成。
可以摸一下吗？
可以啊。
So this is something I was talking about a strange looking cup that I found in this collection, and we were talking about how we had neither of us had seen one of these before, and from there we went on to something also original, which is this cup. He says that he only saw one of those in his 40 years career, the one he has now. And what's so special about it is the way it's done. You will notice that most of the cup, for example, let's take my cup, for example, yeah, my cup here, are very glassy. But this one here is really, really, it looks like it's nearly polished. You know, it's very different in the material it's using. And what I was told is that they actually grind agate, you know, the stone agate. They actually grind it, yeah, and they grind it until it becomes powder, and then they mix it with oil, with a specific oil, and then the oil absorbs it and it coats it and then it glasses it like this. So this is actually coated with stone, yeah? Coated with a semi-precious stone. Yeah, you see, this is. Now it may not be as visually striking as the cup we saw earlier, but this is definitely a connoisseur piece.